QFuze Herald, Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. EU court claims Facebook authority over the world. Cancer killer drug fails, decides to go electric. Holy morphing electronics, Batman. My dreams of taking selfies for a living in Singapore just ended today. The Golden State's Golden College Stars parachute. Holy morphing electronics, Batman. Oozing across the floor is something liquid, something metal, but also electric. It's a new way to approach electric circuit printing, and it can open up brand new applications for morphing fluid electronics. Liquid Metal Networks is an ideal platform for stretchable electronics. Nanowerk. Excerpt. A novel and very promising design strategy for stretchable electronics is based on liquid metals. The novel approach of these Poly-LMNs is that they increase in conductivity as they are elongated, resulting in the measured resistance across the conductor remaining nearly unchanged as they are stretched to 700% their original length. The reason for this is that, when stretched, particles within the Poly-LMNs rupture and release their liquid metal payload, resulting in a rapid 108-fold increase in the network's conductivity. My dreams of taking selfies for a living in Singapore just ended today. That's right, folks. Your intrepid newser is no longer able to dream of working in Singapore taking selfies for tourists because apparently, literally a robot could do my job, and now is, even before I've ever done the job. SelfieBot, the world's first robot photographer, now available for hire in Singapore from Asia One. Excerpt. SelfieBot, tagged as the world's first robot photographer, has arrived on our shores for its shiny Southeast Asian debut. In a partnership with Galaxy Tech Studio, the robot is now officially available for hire in Singapore. But don't expect the robot to be toting around a DSLR camera and telling you how to tilt your chin for the best angle. This machine is literally an iPad hooked up to a digital camera affixed to a ring light on wheels. It's smart enough to wander around a venue and dodge obstacles, but the level of photography involved simply consists of tapping on the screen and smiling for a selfie. Still took my job. The Golden State's Golden College Star parachute. California tackles college athletics and whether or not athletes should be paid or even make money off their college fame by simply making it legal for players to do so. The ripples have just begun. California law allowing NCAA athletes to make money could destroy college sports, or it could help strengthen them. Toronto Star. Excerpt. California Governor Gavin Newsom made a guest appearance on LeBron James's HBO show The Shop, and, with a flourish of his pen, signed a state law that promised to open up an evolving college sports market. Starting in 2023, college student athletes at California universities will be free to monetize their names, images, likenesses, and personal brands, thanks to a new regulation that puts the state ahead of the curve and at odds with the NCAA, which still has strict rules governing amateurism. This is our feature story for this edition of the QFuze Herald. Apple throws in with China versus Hong Kong. As Tim Cook moralizes Americans about the latest moralizations, he's also taken some time out of his holy crusade of "I'm better than you poors" to assure that the Chinese government has the resources it needs to quell dissent from its somewhat authoritarian, or so they say. I don't live there, so, from its somewhat authoritarian ways. Hong Kong protests safety app banned from iOS Store, the Register UK. Excerpt. Apple has banned an app that allows people in Hong Kong to keep track of protests and police activity in the city-state, claiming such information is illegal. Your app contains content or facilitates, enables, and encourages an activity that is not legal. Specifically, the app allowed users to evade law enforcement. The American tech giant told makers of the HK Map Live on Tuesday before pulling it. I should note, by the way, that as of right now, Apple is currently trying to work its way out of being on the wrong side of the tariff situation, and I believe they just got some ruling recently, so they're walking a very, very, very delicate tightrope between two competing national interests in terms of the United States and China. We'll see how well they can continue to pivot between the two. EU court claims Facebook authority over the world. The EU Court of Courts just ruled that anyone can order Facebook to take down content anywhere. in the world. This means that European leaders can order Facebook to censor content from American audience. Yeah, this should be fun. Facebook can be forced to remove illegal content worldwide, EU's top court decides, from CNA Excerpt. Brussels. Facebook can be ordered to police and remove illegal content worldwide, Europe's top court said on Thursday in a landmark ruling that rights advocates say could allow authoritarian regimes to silence critics. The ruling came just a week after the same court told Google that it does not have to apply Europe's right to be forgotten law globally, garnering praise from freedom of speech advocates as courts try and figure out just how much responsibility for content platforms should have. That's all they're trying to do, folks. It's just trying to figure out the decent thing to do, you know. Cancer killer drug fails, decides to go electric. One drug failed to deliver the promise of ending cancer, but finds itself given new life serving as organic semiconductors. Researchers repurpose failed cancer drug into printable semiconductor from Science Daily. Excerpt. Many potential pharmaceuticals end up failing during clinical trials, but thanks to new research from the University of Illinois, biological molecules once considered for cancer treatment are now being repurposed as organic semiconductors for use in chemical sensors and transistors. The researchers report their findings in the journal Nature Communications. Chemical and biomolecular engineering professor Ying Diao said she was surprised when the two avenues of her research, pharmaceutical development and printable electronics, merged in her lab with the discovery of semiconductor-like features in a well-studied bioactive molecule. The molecule, which inserts itself into DNA to prevent replication, was once explored as a potential anti-cancer agent. But it sucked at that. That was my interjection. This convergence of my two research areas was totally unexpected, Diao said. While examining these pharmaceutical molecules, we noticed that their molecular structures looked much like the organic semiconductors we were working with in the rest of my group. Thank you for listening to the QFuze Herald cast for Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. Be sure to go to QFuze.com where you can read all the stories that we missed because we only cover 6 of the 24 stories that you get every day on QFuze.com.